Yes, you are recognized for 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to see. I would love to see the DOGE representative from SBA sitting here at a witness table under oath. Love to see who that is. I think you and I right now would have about a 50% chance of picking that person out of a two-person lineup. We have no idea who it is. We have no idea who what their name is. We don't even know who they are. And we're supposed to take their word for it? We don't even know their name. How in the world can we give any respect to people who are too afraid to have us know their names, too afraid to appear before this committee? You know, they beg to be put in a witness protection program so that they can hide out, you know, from any scrutiny from the public. And yet we're supposed to respect the numbers which they've given us. We don't even respect them. We don't even know who they are. You know, this is like anonymity. This is like Soviet Russia. This is like the deepest, darkest, Kafkaesque kind of a proceeding that we're operating under. We don't have any information to give any kind of respect to any number which they give me. Although I do know one thing, that the biggest part of the COVID fraud occurred in 2020 when Trump was president. Although we're not going to hear that from, is that not correct from the GAO? Is that not an early conclusion that you've reached?
So we did find that PPP and COVID EIDL were both more vulnerable to fraud early in the program, but I checked with our experts and we don't have estimates that kind of break it down from one year to the next.
No, I got it. Yeah, very vulnerable to fraud during the Trump administration. You know, but we're not going to have a hearing on that, that's for sure. That's not going to happen either. We're putting Trump into a witness protection program as well, and anyone who represents him and who would have had a responsibility for any of that. But we're not, you know, we're not beyond like taking black and brown citizens who have small businesses and somehow or other being able to smear them when the vast amount of all of the fraud, the elephant, still isn't willing to come in here and to sit down. So, you know, maybe we could let them come in like they're ICE agents and just put bags over their head, you know? Maybe they could wear masks so we wouldn't identify them, you know? Maybe we could just have them sit out there and maybe mumble through their masks what they found. But we could at least cross-examine them, you know, we could at least hold them to an oath. But if they're afraid to be recognized the way ICE agents are, maybe, you know, and that's kind of a characteristic of the Trump administration. People want to put on their mask almost like they are, in fact, engaging in criminal behavior. They are engaging in behavior which is unconstitutional, abhorrent to the rule of law in our nation, abhorrent to the due process protections, which all of these people who are in all of these programs are entitled to. So that's pretty much my, you know, take on this. You know, unless and until we have these people in here and testifying, we don't owe them any honest respect at all, any numbers, any representations, which they are making. And it is the GAO, it is the Inspector Generals who have to conduct the proper independent oversight of federal programs. And unfortunately, this is not a hearing focused upon finding bipartisan solutions to problems that are out there. That's what I would like to do, rather than turning this into a star chamber, you know, into a Kafkaesque trial, you know, where it's impossible for us to actually get to the accusers who are inside of DOGE and sending out information, but without any ability to cross-examine them. So we should be having real oversight hearings, Madam Chair. We should be calling on the administration to make sure that SBA programs are running the way they are supposed to. We should be collaborating with the SBA Inspector General, with the GAO, so that we can get to the bottom of what's going on right now. Congressional oversight is critical. It's absolutely essential. And we can't do it if we don't have the facts. We can't do it if we can't get the information. Otherwise, it just turns into political targeting of programs and individuals who have invoked the political ire of particular segments of the Trump empire. And that's just not real oversight. And as members of this committee, we should do everything we can to uplift small businesses. That's not what this hearing is all about. It's stigmatizing those who are already most vulnerable historically in terms of their ability. So again, we're ignoring the elephant in the room, and we know it's the Trump administration officials who are inside all of these agencies. Until we get to that GOP elephant, we're not having real hearings. We're not doing real oversight. We're just allowing for the demonization of those who have always historically been most vulnerable. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.